Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Southeastern High School as it is the final regular season game. No, it's not. It's the next to last regular season night for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We've got 3 games tonight. Luke Little's in Warsaw for West Hancock and QND. That game will be starting momentarily with JV action. And up in Abington, Wyatt Reed is up there with the A-Town boys taking on Stark County. Here is a couple of our area teams. Southeastern playing host to West Prairie. West Prairie will have a game that they added to the schedule at Berry Western on Thursday night. That is an away game. They lost their game that they had previously had scheduled for West Central on Wednesday. This is JV action as we get ready to get underway. Cyclones and the Suns. On the floor for the Cyclones, looks like it's going to be number 35, Carson Kerr. Number 34, Owen Northern. Number 5 is Jaron Henry. Number 14 is Gunnar Walker, and then Henry missed that shot there. And it'll go back the other way. And number 22 is Tristan Hester. For the Cyclones, Eli DeCounter with the basketball right there. Jair Flora Durham is out there on the floor, number 41. Number 4 is Ruger Olson. He's got the basketball now. Also out there, number 32, Ryan Clark setting the pick right there. And Jason Faust, number 1, the sophomore, starting for the Cyclones here tonight and JV competition. Just underway, first quarter. Stolen away, Henry. Back the other way. He's going to get the layup up and in. And the Suns are on the scoreboard first. And another steal. This time it's Hester, and his left-handed layup is good. Nearly another steal. And very quickly, Coach DeCounter wants a timeout. I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. I'll tell you this game tonight being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb and East Jackson, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. And Adams Experts, looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services, call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. And Carson Kerr is going to come in and get his first foul of the game. Teams first. 6:37 to go in the first quarter. You hear Coach DeCounter say motion. DeCounter's jump shot off no good. Ryan Clark had a hand on it, couldn't pull it down. Kerr comes away with it for Southeastern. Back the other way it goes. On a hand of Gunnar Walker, who scored 24 points in the game last week when I was here covering the Suns against BPC. Owen Northern going to take it in for a bucket. He gets his first 2. 6 points, 3 different scorers for Southeastern at this point. They lead 6-0. Jair Flora Durham gets it to Ryan Clark, who gets the bucket. First Cyclones bucket comes to the 5:45 mark, and it comes off the hand of Ryan Clark. He's got 2. Kerr to Northern for 3, off no good. And Henry beats that one right off the feet of Tristan Hester. Checking in for the Cyclones, going to be number 14, Hunter Jackson, the 5'7" sophomore, into the game for the first time. 5:27 to go here in the first quarter. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We love to get the live chat up and going here. These two teams, of course, are friends on the football field. They co-op for West Prairie Southeastern football. They've made the playoffs the last couple of years. They are foes on the football or on the basketball court, though. Now Walker going to put the shot up and in. Gunnar Walker gets his first two. 8 points, 4 different scorers. Hester nearly knocked that away from Flora Durham. Jackson with it. So give and go. Ruger Olson, count it, and a foul. That might be on Kerr. We'll wait and see. It is. Carson Kerr is going to pick up his second. Got caught with his hand in the proverbial cookie jar. Checking in for the Cyclones going to be number 20, Braden Gray, and number 12, Aiden Percy. Deacon Wayner getting ready to check in for the Suns. First, the free throw is good for Ruger Olson. He's the first player to score more than one type of basket. Cuts the lead to 3 at 8-5. Suns with the lead. Walker will take it up the floor for Southeastern. He's going to kick it out to the corner. Shot off, no good. Tipped around by Hester, picked up by Clark. Shot was by Wayner. Clark's going to get it out to Whitman, who's also in the game. I didn't see Matt come into the game. Shot off, no good by Percy. Rebounded by Wayner. Back the other way with Northern on the carry. Dumps it across. Walker, off, no good. But he's going to be fouled, shooting 2 free throws. I believe it was on number 4. Number 4's not still out there. Gunnar Walker has 3 points. Second one is good as well. He's got 4. Counter, going to get it to Whitman. Back to the counter. 3:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Coach the counter saying, Matt, mismatch. Matt was trying to find it. He said it was you. So then he started to dribble. 3:13 remaining. First quarter here from Southeastern High School. Hester's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's first. I got team's second. Turnaround by the counter's off, no good. Tracked down by Northern. Back the other way it goes. And a carry violation called by the trailing official. It is 10-5, but the Cyclones have the basketball. There's Braden Gray with it. Comes down to Whitman. Wanted Clark, couldn't get it there. Still on the drive. Blocked by Henry. And off of the Cyclones out of bounds. Possession to Southeastern with 2:38 remaining in the first quarter. Whitman gets the steal. And Wayner's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first. Team's fourth. 10-5, Suns with the lead. It is senior night. Science Club, cheerleaders, band. Oh, what a pass, and the counter couldn't finish. As into the game is Braden Copeland, and that was a fantastic pass, but unfortunately couldn't finish at the rim. Walker with it. Comes up to Henry. Back to Walker. Wayner. He's going to put the shot up and in. Deacon Wayner gets the bucket. He's the fifth different player. It's Braden Copeland with the bucket. Henry on the drive, kicks it out. Northern, back to Henry. Henry for three. Off, no good. Hester tracks it down. He goes right back to the rack. His left-handed shot's up and in. Kristen Hester gets his fourth point. 1:13 remaining. Percy to Whitman, and Copeland was in motion, and Whitman threw to where he was instead of where he was going. It's out of bounds. Possession to Southeastern. They've doubled up the Cyclones to this point, 14-7. 7-point lead for Southeastern. Wayner with it. He's going to give it to Walker. Try and drive on Clark. Finally gets to the rack, and foul's going to be called, I believe, on Clark. It is on Clark. It'll be his first. I think the other one might have been on Eli to counter it. Walker's first one is good. He's got 5 points. 3 of them are from the free throw line. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe thus far in the game for Gunnar Walker. Matt Whitman with 45 seconds left. Going to try and drive on Henry. A little push off. Got some clearance. And then Owen Northern got a pretty good shot to the head of Ryan Clark on the follow through. Owen Northern is going to pick up his first foul. That's team foul number 5. That means that the Cyclones and Ryan Clark go to the free throw line the rest of the way. Ryan Clark's going to be the first one to benefit from it. Free throw is no good. Clark has 2 points on the game. Cyclones have just 7. Can't get that one to fall either. It was bouncing around up there a long time. Traveling violation, or actually jump ball. That ball's kicked. The counter couldn't get to it. Out of bounds to Southeastern with 33.2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. .18 seconds left. Northern. Free throw line jumper off, no good. Percy with the rebound. He brings it back this way. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Copeland has it. He's going to drive. A little fadeaway is good. And he has 4 points after coming off the bench. And it's a 16-9 game at the end of quarter number 1. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School. Quarter number 2 getting ready to kick off here. 16-9 is the score. Cyclones took an early timeout after 2 or 3 layups by Southeastern to open the game, and then it kind of settled down. Carson Kerr back in the game after picking up quick 2 fouls in the first quarter. So it's Walker, Wayner, Henry, Kerr, and at number 12, Case Marlowe on the floor for the Suns. There's a shot by Walker off no good. Henry's going to track it down. So a second chance at a score here with 7:30 to go in the first half. Henry's going to drive, and nobody picked up the ball, and he gets an easy layup. Jaron Henry's got 4 points. On the floor for the Suns, it's Aiden Percy with the basketball right there. Up top is Ruger Olson, Matt Whitman, number 10, number 32, Ryan Clark, and number 35, Eli DeCounter. DeCounter with it, right wingish area, a 3. It's a Sports Corner 3 for Eli DeCounter, as he gets his first points of the night. Cuts the lead to 6 at 18-12. It's like the Cyclones trying to pick up the defensive intensity here a little bit. Walker, what was going on there? If he lost it on the way up maybe, or if he was really trying to shoot it left-handed. There's a nice look and a nice cut without the basketball, but Ryan Clark, couldn't finish. It's a great sight, good see by Matt Whitman, but unfortunately, again, a second time, an easy layup goes for naught for the Cyclones tonight. That shot by Carson Kerr was off no good. 6:10 to go. It's still 18-12. DeCounter, right side to Matt Whitman. And drive on Kerr. Well, contact there, no foul, but Ryan Clark's there for the rebound and the putback. Clark has 4 points. It's down to a 4-point game, and it truly is a one-possession game. We saw it last night at the end of the game for the Macomb Lady Bombers, who lost the regional semifinal to Canton with 1.6 seconds left on a 4-point play. They lost by 4. The 3 would have been enough in this case, but 4 made it really difficult. Now a steal is knocking it away was Case Marlowe. 5:18 to go. Kerr tracks the ball down before it went out of bounds. Henry on a nice pass from Kerr. Jaron Henry's up to 6 points. Clark with it. Kerr to counter. Wayner with the rebound and back the other way. 4:50 to go in the first half. Henry for 3. It's left a little short. Kerr can't track down the rebound. Out of bounds with 4:33 to go. Owen Northern getting ready to check in for the Suns. Hunter Jackson back in for the Cyclones as Aiden Percy takes a seat. 4:33 remaining. 20-14 is the score. No fouls called yet here in the second period as we approach the halfway point. Ball tipped right in the hands of Hunter Jackson, and then he missed the shot. The counter had the rebound, and foul's going to be called on Tristan Hester, I do believe. That'll be his second, team's first. Copeland back in. Going to get it up top to Ruger Olson. Counter to Clark. Copeland. Nice pass to Hunter Jackson, and he'll finish. Jackson gets his first 2 points of the night. Copeland back the other way, misses it. Steal by Jackson. His shot's off, no good. Falls in the hand of Ruger Olson, and Cyclones will reset the offense. Copeland tries to get it to Clark. A little too fancy there, threw it out of bounds. 3:25 to go in the first half. It's 20-16. Kerr for three, left a little short. Copeland with the rebound for the Cyclones. Back the other way it comes. To counter, gets it to Jackson. It went off of Owen Northern up and hit the back stanchion of the hoop, so it'll be Cyclones basketball with 2:56 remaining. And a kick by Northern. 2:55 remaining. Sub coming in. Aiden Percy's going to replace Hunter Jackson. Gets it deep out to Ruger Olson. Now to Copeland. Copeland three, top of the key is good for a Sports Corner three. Copeland has 7 points. And it is a 1-point game, 20-19. Kerr with it. To Northern. Northern is going to be fouled, I believe, by Braden Copeland. We'll see. It is on Braden Copeland, his first. Team's first of the quarter. Both teams have 1 foul. Northern baseline jumper off, no good. Clark had the ball in his hands. It rolled out right to Ruger Olson, though, and the Cyclones a chance to take their first lead of the game. Percy had it stripped away. Clark hands it off to Copeland. Copeland's shot's off, no good. Jump ball, possession to the Cyclones. Checking in for the Cyclones. Number 5, Caden Little. Clark. Now Ruger Olson. Three on the way by Copeland is good. A Sports Corner three for Braden Copeland. He's got 10 points in the first half, and the Cyclones lead by 2, 22-20. Northern's going to drive, give it to Walker. I said Walker's name for quite some time. He'll pull up for a three and try to answer. Missed it badly. Ruger Olson with the rebound. Little with it. Now Percy, guarded by Walker. Down low to Ruger Olson. Olson has it knocked away, and then he threw it away. Back the other way, Walker in a hurry. Layup is good. Just the 4th point of the quarter for the Suns. It's 22-22. Walker has 8. And Kerr with the steal. Under a minute to go now. Oh, Northern going to go right to the rack. His layup's off, no good. Had his hand on the rebound. And then a couple players from Southeastern ran into each other. I believe it's Hester and Henry. Hester's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Team 2nd. Matt Whitman checking in for the Cyclones. Deacon Wayner back in for the Suns with 48.3 seconds remaining. Whitman looks at the three, takes the three, hits the three. A Sports Corner three for Matt Whitman. That's his first points of the game. And it's a 3-point lead for the Cyclones, 25-22. Oh, Northern thought about it, but Jair Flora Durham was there. Now Walker's jumper off left a little bit. Clark tracks down the rebound with 15 seconds remaining. Matt Whitman with the basketball. He gives it off to Copeland. He drives, left-hand layup, left short. Kerr with the rebound. Tried to get it out to Walker. It's swiped away by Copeland. Copeland's going to turn around. Three is off, no good. And that's how the first half is going to come to an end. The Cyclones overcome a 9-point deficit in the second quarter and lead by 3 at the half, 25-22. You're watching West Prairie Sports, brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. We'll be back after a word from our TSSR title sponsor, McDonough District Hospital.
Welcome once again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH. And today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here.
Right.
But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
Sure.
tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You have kids?
Yep. Married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do you
right?
know where that is?
I do. I know where it's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know
I
who
graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that you're old. That
was-
isn't what I meant there.
There was
Bill.
an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga,
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
Yep. So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova.
Correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right. Because
That's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
Right.
but you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
Right.
it's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of it that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we are we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, make sure, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. If we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payroll. It's a struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had 2 questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose that. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with the second half right after this.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School as we get ready for the second half here from Augusta, Illinois, as the Southeastern Suns and West Prairie Cyclones do battle in the JV game. We are at half, as I said, getting ready to start the third quarter. Leading scorers for the Cyclones, 10 points off the bench for Braden Copeland, 3 points for Ruger Olson, 3 points for Matt Whitman, 2 points for Hunter Jackson, 4 points for Ryan Clark, and 3 points for Eli DeCounter. For the Southeastern Suns, 8 points for Gunnar Walker, 4 points for Tristan Hester, 2 points for Deacon Wayner, 2 points for Owen Northern, and 6 points for Jaron Henry. 25-22 as we start the third quarter. Suns with the basketball. Northern on the drive, gets a pretty good look at the basket, can't finish though. Hester with the rebound. I think that was Hester. It was Hester, but swiped away by Ruger Olson. 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. We will have the senior night activities for Southeastern immediately following the JV contest. We're going to stay on the JV contest and let that be at the end of that game. Clark, a little jump stop and jump and step and something or another, but anyway, missed the shot. 7:05 to go. Northern looks at the three, doesn't take it. Going to go to Kerr. Kerr's going to spin in, throw it up left-handed, off, no good. Ball picked up by Eli DeCounter. DeCounter pushing it back. Clark crossed, and a foul is going to be called. I believe that's on Owen Northern. It is on Owen Northern. His second. Team's first. Percy gets it into Clark to DeCounter. DeCounter's going to drive on Northern and put the shot up and in. Eli DeCounter has 5 points. Eli gets tasked with guarding the big guy against most of the teams the Cyclones have to play, but he's talking to his dad today, and there's Kerr for three, and that's a Ronaby Auto Sales three-pointer for Carson Kerr, his first bucket of the game. Talking to Eli's dad, Sam, before the game, I said, Eli is deceptively quick, even though he's a little undersized to play post. And there's Walker going to put the shot up, and she got smacked in the face by DeCounter. No foul call. Henry is going to get the bucket on the putback. And we are tied at 27. But he's very quick, and he kind of handles the ball like a guard, even though he has to guard the bigger guys a lot of times for the opponent. Hayden Percy throws that right off the leg. A low, hard pass, far too low for Ruger Olson to handle. It goes out of bounds. 5:57 to go in the third quarter. DeCounter can sometimes use that to his advantage, making those guys try to guard him at the other end as they struggle to keep up with DeCounter and his ball handling skills. So it's Northern, Hester, Kerr, Walker, and Henry on the floor for the Suns. It's Olson, Percy, Flora Durham, and Clark and DeCounter for the Cyclones. 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. Kerr's going to dribble that one off his foot, out of bounds. Clark with it right side. Flora Durham. He's not scored yet tonight. He was a starter. Needs to clean some stuff up along the basket. And that time a pass is thrown to the middle, and Hester grabbed it, but Ruger Olson and Flora Durham were there to tie him up. Jump ball possession stays with the Cyclones. 27-27 the score here in the third quarter. Eli DeCounter. You'll see a lot of these same names for West Prairie in the varsity game. Percy, Flora Durham, especially Clark, DeCounter, Copeland, as that shot's well off the mark, no good. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Kerr with it. Hester pushed the shot up. It's blocked by DeCounter. Counted and a foul. I think it's going to be on Olson. We'll see. It's going to be on Ruger Olson, his first. Hester short on the free throw. DeCounter with the rebound. Hester has 6 points. Nearly turned over. Gunnar Walker goes the length of the floor for the bucket. He's got 10 points. And a foul called on the Suns. 22, Hester. That'll be his fourth. Second foul on the Suns. Copeland checking in for the Cyclones, as is Matt Whitman. Deacon Wayner checks in for the Suns as Hester takes a seat. Bucket on the inbounds. Cyclones. The points didn't go up. I apologize. 31-29. That shot by Northern wouldn't fall. Flora Durham with the rebound. Walker knocks that one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Suns. Looks like Henry's going to get called for the foul. He will. Jaron Henry picks up his first foul. Copeland at the free throw line, shooting 2 free throws. This is the first free throws he's shot of the game. First one's off, no good. His team's third foul. Second one is good. It's a 1-point game. 11 points for Braden Copeland. Copeland with a steal of Walker. Layup blocked by Walker, but a foul's going to be called. Gunnar Walker picks up his first foul. Team foul number 4. That means that the Cyclones will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here in quarter number 3. Copeland back to the free throw line. He just went 1 for 2. First one, good. Tied it up. Chance to give his team a 1-point lead again here. With the second free throw, Walker takes a seat. Marlowe checks in. Second free throw is good by Copeland. Northern for a Durham guarding him. No shot, foul on the floor before the shot. I believe it's going to be on Jair Flora Durham. It is. His first, team second. Kerr for 3. Ron Abiato Sales 3-pointer for Carson Kerr. He's got 6 points. Copeland for 3. And Copeland's got 16 points. Kerr's going to try to answer. That one's a low line drive off the front of the rim. Copeland picks it up. Gets it to Clark, back over to Copeland. 2:10 remaining. Cyclones with the basketball and a 1-point lead. Trying to go to Flora Durham was Whitman. A little late, but Clark with the steal and a put back. Clark gets his 6th point. A 3-point lead again for the Cyclones. 37-34. 1:45 remaining here in quarter number 3. It's been entertaining, especially here in the second half. A little more scoring from both sides. Henry's going to try to respond with a 3. Can't do it. Copeland with a rebound for the Cyclones. 1:25 remaining here in quarter number 3. Down low it goes to Clark from the counter, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. Sub coming in for the Cyclones, Aiden Percy and Ruger Olson, replacing Copeland and Jair Flora-Durham. Henry with it, up to Marlowe. Jump ball. Henry and Matt Whitman doing battle. It's going to stay with the Suns. 1:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Northern going to drive on Whitman. Can't finish. Whitman with the rebound, and Wayner is going to pick up the foul. Deacon Wayner picks up his 2nd. Team's 5th. That means that Whitman's going to shoot a couple free throws with 55 seconds remaining. Whitman's first free throw off, no good. Whitman's second one is good. Jackson checks back in for Whitman. Whitman has 4 points. Oh, and Northern going right to the rack and getting the bucket. Oh, and Northern just his 4th point. 35 seconds remaining. .25 seconds remaining. Jackson to Percy. Back to Hunter. Jackson's going to drive, put up the floater from the free throw line, bounces around. Kerr with the rebound. Out to Northern. He's going to get it up to Wayner. Wayner's layup is good. Deacon Wayner has 4 points, and it's 38-38. And that's how the third quarter is going to come to an end. Tied at 38. It's a good one brewing here in the JV contest. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
Welcome back as cheerleaders doing a cheer here at the quarter break as we get ready for the final 8 minutes. Fourth quarter coming your way. Again, senior night activities are going to be at the end of this stream. So stick around and watch all the senior night activities. It's going to be band, cheerleaders, science club, and boys basketball all honored tonight. That's Coach Kerr talking about it right now. (38-38) heading into the fourth quarter. This game tonight Being brought to you by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus. The 3 on the way by Kerr, off no good. Rebound. Jump ball. Possession will go to the Cyclones. As Wayner went up and blocked by DeCounter. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site selection of on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Shot was off, another rebound. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. Here's Northern driving to the basket, and he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. It'll go to the Cyclones. Also, Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying some of your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Speaking of best food, it's specials time. Tomorrow night, $1 wings, as that was kicked out of bounds by Kerr. $1 wings at Sports Corner at 124 tomorrow night. Then they have steak night on Thursday night. They have a big Valentine's Day edition at Park Place. Inbound, nice inbounds play, and a bucket by Eli DeCounter. Gives his team the lead back as DeCounter now has 7 points. Jump ball. Possession will stay with the Suns this time as Walker and DeCounter got tied up there. 6:58 remaining in the basketball game. Kerr nearly had a pass stolen away. It's going to go up top. Walker for 3. Nailed it. And LB Auto Sales three-pointer for Gunnar Walker. He's got 13 points. 6:38 remaining. 41-40. There's a foul on the Suns. They aren't doing, oh, there it is. It's on number 34, Owen Northern, his third. They weren't doing a scoreboard, and the officials aren't walking up to where I can see them very well. Ball intended for Clark. Clark kind of left it, and then Kerr left it. DeCounter got the steal. Foul's going to be on the floor, but Carson Kerr is going to pick up his third foul. Matt Whitman checks back in. Hunter Jackson checks out. Second foul on the Suns. Shot off, no good on the inbound. 6:20 remaining. Suns lead by 1. They have the basketball. I want to thank Evan Wagner on the camera as usual for us here tonight. Shot off, no good. Clark with the rebound and the putback. And the Suns take the Cyclones take the lead. Clark now up to 8 points. Henry gets a good look at the basket, can't finish. Then steals the ball away and then has it stolen back away by Olsen. Monkey see, monkey do. 5:40 to go. The counter for 3, it's off, no good. Whitman jammed a finger, I do believe, as he looks at maybe his thumb. Ball went out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Cyclones. Timeout on the floor. Timeout charged to West Prairie to be a full timeout. Be their second timeout. They lead by 1, 42-41. This game also being brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. The game streams are made better by fiber optic internet. McDonough Telephone Cooperative offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Call 309-776-3211 to check out your availability. Also helping to bring you this contest, MTC Communications having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2023 or 2024, I guess it is now, isn't it? MTC Communications offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone services, and camera systems in McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtccrowdfiber.com to check your availability. And Country Financial agent Brett Powell, your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help you protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local Country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And that ball goes off of Henry out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cyclones. Also brought to you by Ryden Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP as Whitman gets it down low. Nice spin move and can't get it to finish. Gets his own rebound. Kerr blocks it away. Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area, and as a customer, Walker shots off no good. Wayner is going to be called for a travel. And as a customer, they'll take very good care of you if you want to be you want good LP service. Ryden Farmer Supply is definitely the place to go. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. And the Community News Brief for all your local news. Subscribe to the Community News Brief. They have 2 newspapers weekly now, and they also still do their midweek free news brief. So get a hold of them to subscribe. You can also pick up individual copies in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and of course, oh, what a pass from Copeland to DeCounter. Great pass, and the Cyclones go back up by 3. DeCounter gets his 9th point. 4:32 to go. Kerr gets it to Henry. Henry stops, gives it to Wayner. Walker looked at the 3, didn't take it. 4:20 remaining. Deacon Wayner's going to drive. DeCounter comes over, and DeCounter's going to get called for the foul. That'll be his 2nd. Free throws coming for Deacon Wayner. He's got 4 points on the game, 4:14 to go. Free throw high off back iron, no good. Second free throw off, no good. Going to go off of Ryan Clark. Both of them were no good for Wayner, but the ball goes back to the Suns, down by 3. Walker, fadeaway good from the middle of the lane. Cuts the lead to 1. Walker's got 15. .355 remaining. Kerr with the steal, and the Suns have a chance to take the lead. 3:38 remaining. Walker going to drive on Copeland, puts a shot up. It's off, no good. Copeland with a rebound. 3:30 remaining. Over to Percy. Oh, nice pass, but Clark couldn't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. A little too hard maybe on the bounce pass, but it was a good thought. 3:20 remaining in a basketball game. The Suns again have a chance to take the lead. Three on the way by Walker is good, and the Suns retake the lead. Gunnar Walker has an LB Auto Sales three-pointer, and it is a 2-point lead again for Southeastern. Percy, Clark, 2:40 remaining. Copeland, 2:35 remaining. 2:25 remaining. Suns lead by 2. Cyclones have the basketball on the floor. Foul number 3 coming on the Suns. It's going to be on number 22, Terreston Hester. That's his 5th foul. He'll be out of the game. Deacon Wayner checks in. Copeland to Whitman. 2:15 remaining. DeCounter's going to try. Oh, nice little pick and roll by Flora Durham, but he just couldn't get rolled quick enough, and DeCounter let him a little too much. It goes out of bounds. The Suns have the basketball, 2:05 remaining with a 2-point lead. Full court pressure now from the Cyclones. Walker going to go to Wayner, and it's out of bounds. Possession to the Cyclones. Timeout on the floor, charged to the Cyclones, I believe. It is on the Cyclones. It'll be their 3rd timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. The Suns have not called a timeout yet. They'll have all 5 left. They lead by 2 here with 1:59 remaining in the 4th quarter. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this for the finale here from Southeastern High School.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back. 46-44 is the score. It is 3 fouls for Southeastern, 1 foul for the Cyclones. That is correct. 5 timeouts remain for the Suns, 2 for West Prairie. 1:57 to go. West Prairie has the basketball, trailing Southeastern by 2 points. Down low to Clark, and we're tied at 46. Nice look from DeCounter to Ryan Clark. Clark has 10 points. Walker right back the other way, and he gets the bucket. As he slices through the defense to get his 20th point. And Walker's going to pick up the foul there. It'll be team foul number 4. 2nd on Walker. Eli DeCounter walks in. Copeland walks it up. Team trailing by 2. 1:25 to go. Off of DeCounter, out of bounds. I think that Kerr might have got a hand on that first, and then DeCounter, it was tailing away from him. He tried to get to it, just couldn't. Now it's going to go to Walker. Walker's going to go, and he's going to be fouled. A couple free throws coming as Flora Durham is going to pick up the foul. Be his 2nd. Team's 2nd. A couple free throws coming for Gunnar Walker. Made the first. Three-point lead for the Suns. Walker set the ball on his hip there, just catch a little bit of a breather. Second one is nothing but net. He's got 22 points. He's 6 for 6 from the free throw line. 4-point lead with 1:13 to go. For the Suns, Cyclones have the basketball though. Kerr is going to get called for the foul. That'll be his 4th foul. And the 5th on the team. So every foul is free throws the rest of the way either way. Ryan Clark at the free throw line. He's got 10 points. He's 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Missed that one. Ruger Olson checks in. Flora Durham checks out. 1:08 remaining. Clark gets that one. He's got 11. It's back to a true one possession game now. Betty Fry from Hawaii. What are you doing in Hawaii, Betty? There's a jump ball. Possession's going to go to the Cyclones on the turnover. You're getting some pineapple visiting the Dole Plantation. I don't even like pineapple, but the ice cream there sure is good. 56 seconds remain. It's a 3-point game. Suns lead the Cyclones. It's senior night activity. Stuff's going to be on this broadcast, Betty, so make sure you stay here. And that's thrown away. It was stolen away by Kern, and Kerr lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cyclones. 45.7 seconds remaining. Copeland wanted the three, didn't take it. Tried to get it to Clark, lost it. Walker is going to get called for the travel as he got the ball. The ball got away from him. Timeout on the floor. Going to be charged to the Cyclones. They'll have one timeout remaining with 39.5 seconds left. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back after this on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back. One timeout remains for the Cyclones. Pauline Totten says, "Go Suns from Maui." Okay, you guys are just bragging now. You're trying to make me feel bad. I'm jealous. It's going to be Cyclone basketball with 39.5 seconds left. Suns going to do a little, at least token full court pressure to try to make it difficult, waste some of the time to get it up the floor. Whitman will take it up. One timeout remains for the Cyclones. They got two on the board. The counter hit one earlier. Does he get that one? He does not. Off, no good. Whitman with the rebound to put back. It's off, no good. He gets it again, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cyclones with 24.5 seconds left. Again, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cyclones. 23.3 seconds remaining. And to Copeland. Copeland's going to bring it out. Try to step back three maybe. Going to give it off to DeCounter. DeCounter in the corner to Ryan Clark. Copeland, he's got an open look. He gets it off. It's hard off up back iron, no good. Rebound to Owen Northern with 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. And DeCounter is going to pick up the foul with 6.2 seconds remaining. DeCounter's third foul, which probably won't mean a whole lot here. But the Cyclones have fouls to give. They can't even force free throws at this point. Going to have to foul. I don't know that they can foul enough. There is Whitman going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first. That's finally the fourth foul. Now a full timeout's going to be called by the Suns with 4.4 seconds remaining, up by 3. First timeout of the game called by the Suns. Once again, the senior night activities are going to be on this broadcast. We're going to stay here with the broadcast for this one. Game being brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also, on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the area teams on to victory. So a Sports Corner 3 is going to be needed to tie this one up by the Cyclones, but they got to get the ball back first. Suns are going to come out of the timeout with the basketball, up by 3. It is going to be foul shots coming, though, from here on out. Cyclones did get to 4, so both teams are into bonus now. And they see the play, and Coach DeCounter wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. I would imagine you might see Southeastern change up their play a little bit as Coach DeCounter trying to see what they were going to do. It's very possible that Southeastern was looking for just a down court pass and get it touched. If they could get it, even better, but if they can't get an easy inbound, they might send somebody down the court in a hurry to try to just get the ball touched and maybe a little scamper. If it won't take much of a scurry for there not to be a shot opportunity for the Cyclones. So we'll see what they do here when they come out of the timeout. 4.4 seconds left. Once again, we will do the senior night activity stuff here on this broadcast, so we won't close out and come back with the other one. We'll put it at the end of this broadcast just so we can make sure we're here and ready for it. They'll honor the cheerleaders and senior basketball players from West Prairie as well with flowers and little treats, and then it'll be the senior recognition, and there is the baseball pass. That's what they looked for. They got it to Northern, and a foul is going to be called with 2.7 seconds left. Owen Northern's going to go to the free throw line. He'll have 2 free throws, but he has not shot any tonight. First free throw by Owen Northern is good. He's got 5 points, and that's pretty much the dagger. If he can make this one, it would be basically impossible. Going to take a 4-point play without it. And 6 points. And they would have got it. Foul on the Suns. Still, it's mostly impossible even now, but Copeland's going to get a chance to shoot a couple free throws. He's got 16 points. Missed the first free throw. And that free throw didn't count, so he'll get 2 more. Actually, 3 more. As first one is good. And they fouled him on the shot, I guess. If he can make all 3, there's a shot, but he didn't make all 3, so odds are it's not very good. He's got 18. And that's how the game's going to end, 52-49. The final. It was eventful, to say the least. So 18 points. Five of 7 from the free throw line for Copeland. We wait for all the seniors and the parents to get lined up and ready to go. We'll tell you that Cyclones led by Copeland's 18, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 3 points for Ruger Olson, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Matt Whitman, 4 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Hunter Jackson, 11 points, 1 of 4 from the free throw line for Ryan Clark. 9 points for Eli DeCounter, 2 points for Jair Flora Durham. For the Suns, 22 points, 6 of 6 from the free throw line for Gunnar Walker. 6 points, 0 of 1 from the free throw line for Tristan Hester. 4 points, 0 of 2 from the free throw line for Deacon Wayner. 6 points for Carson Kerr. 6 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for Owen Northern, and 8 points for Jaron Henry. That's how the scoring went. Final score once again, 52-49. I'm going to take the scoreboard off here so that you folks at home can see the announcements of the seniors as Coach Kerr is getting ready to do that. We'll try to pick up everything he has to say, so it may be a little loud, but
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Southeastern High School at 2024 Senior Night. While I have your attention, I'd like to invite each of you to a pep band extravaganza. On March 5th, Southeastern will be hosting the first annual Pep Band Invitational, showing us, band from West Prairie, also Illini West, Hamilton, and Camp Point at 6 p.m. as we perform together. So that's March 5th. Get your phones out and put that on your calendar, the Pep Band Extravaganza. At this time, we'd like to honor the seniors from West Prairie High School. When they call your name, please go to the scores table and receive a gift, a yellow rose from our basketball coach, Brandon Goody. Michaela Cox. Bella McFadden. Coach, I didn't mean to steal your thunder. If you want to give away the flowers, people are welcome to. You're welcome to. Jay Williams. Cole Cordell. Hudson Garment. Xavier Hilton. Andrew Hunt. And Clayton Hunt. Congratulations and good luck, West Prairie seniors. At this time, we'd like to congratulate the seniors from Southeastern. Representing our basketball team, Brandon Goody. Our cheerleading squad, Beth McMillan. Our science club, Keely Wewell and Sarah Diamond. Our band, Linda Hartwig, and our scholastic bull, Deb Hurt. Seniors, when I call your name, please go to the scores table. Parents, please meet your senior out at center court and form a line along this baseline. Abigail Schaefer, daughter of Dean and Carrie Schaefer. Julius Fisher, son of Nicole Kushner. Brody Rampley, son of Doug and Autumn Rampley. James Landon, son of Julie and Bunny. Carter Hicks, son of Mark and Michelle Hicks. Mason Fry, son of Nathan Fry and Eric and Stacy Stocks. And Owen Rigg, son of Kyle and Marla Rigg. Ladies and gentlemen, your seniors from Southeastern High School 2024. If you'd like to get on the floor and take some pictures, now would be the time to do that. Thank you.
So that was the senior recognition for tonight's here at Southeastern High School. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the senior or the varsity contest a little bit later. I'm sure it's going to take a few minutes to clear the floor here. I'm going to guess 20 minutes or so before the game starts. So thanks for watching. We'll bring the score back up once again, 52-49 to final. Southeastern gets a win over West Prairie. We'll see you in the varsity stream in just a little bit.